The O-line class is absolutely loaded. The tackles, the guards, the centers, everything in this class is very deep, and there are so many players farther down the board that could be starting caliber players in the NFL. The interior class especially is fantastic. The Senior Bowl has completely changed who my top interior player in the class is, and that is Oregon center Jackson-Powers-Johnson, who, by the way, might have the best name in the entire draft class. But not only that, he has been dominant for the Ducks, and today we're going to be talking about where I think he should be taken in the 2024 NFL Draft. But hey guys, if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment on this video and let me know which players you guys want to see me break down in a future episode, and without further ado, let's get into it. Powers-Johnson has some interesting versatility. In 2022, he played 400 offensive snaps. He played 350 of those snaps, however, at the right guard position, where he allowed 1 hurry, 1 hit, and 0 sacks. But in 2023, Powers-Johnson got moved to the center position, where he was one of the best offensive linemen in all of college football. He played 829 offensive snaps and only allowed 1 hurry with 0 hits and 0 sacks. He hasn't allowed a single sack in his collegiate career, and in Mobile, his talents were on full display as he absolutely dominated the competition, and he didn't even practice on day 3. He showed some serious upside to be a superstar in the 2024 NFL Draft. JPJ has some elite size on the inside of the offensive line. He is 6'3", 334 pounds, and I loved the frame in which he played with. He has good height, but on top of that, he has a very strong, sturdy build, and for a center, has long arms on the inside. Strictly due to his size, I think he's one of the most impressive interior offensive linemen in the entire draft class. If you couldn't tell by the name, Powers-Johnson is powerful. He lays some powerful hits, and every time he connects with the defender, there's an audible crunch that the entire stadium can hear. He has elite hand placement, as well as excellent upper and lower body strength, but he just looks like he is plowing through people. He is strong, he's powerful, and I love to see that from him. He also did a really solid job of helping with chip blocks and taking stress off the other guys on the inside, and he was a really good help blocker, which I like to see that from him. Another thing that I like about him is he has great quickness. He got into the second level, and he had great foot speed and laid some powerful blocks in both the run game and the screen game. We saw it when he played at guard, but the way he was able to pull in the run game was incredibly impressive, and there's not a lot to not like about him athletically. Athletically, he checks a lot of the boxes. He also plays with exceptional balance. He has a very strong anchor, and he is not easily moved backwards at all. He kept his foot planted in the ground, and he was not moved. He has everything you want to see from an interior player in terms of size, power, quickness, and balance, and I am incredibly impressed with how well-rounded of a prospect Powers-Johnson is. When you are looking for areas of weakness with JPJ, it's really hard to find. The 2 big areas I noticed were that he did have the occasion to struggle against bigger defensive tackles. It was not anything super glaring, but he did have the occasion to be a step slower. He would always put himself back in the play and earn his leverage back, but it was something that I did notice from time to time. The other area was that he did have a few missed assignments in the run game. He would overextend and miss his guys in the second level, so I'd like to see him do a better job at that. Again, I'm being extremely nitpicky to try and find a weakness with him, as he is an excellent prospect with elite upside and is a very well-rounded player. I think it should go without saying that he is my top interior player in the class. He is so powerful, he has exceptional size, but he's also a really good athlete. He is a well-balanced prospect. As a run and a pass blocker, he's dynamic. He has moved up my board after a very strong week in Mobile, as he is my top center, my top guard, and my number 26 player in the 2024 NFL Draft. I want to see Jackson-Powers-Johnson in a pass-heavy offense. He is a great run blocker, and I'm not worried if he does go into a scheme where he's asked to be more of a run-blocking center, but I think he offers more upside as a pass blocker. His strong anchor, and the fact that he hasn't allowed a single sack in his collegiate career makes him very enticing. I think in a pass-heavy offense, he could be an absolute animal on the inside. My comparison for Jackson Powers Johnson is Creed Humphrey. Humphrey has been arguably the best center in the NFL since he was drafted, and he is a dominant pass blocker, and he's been awesome at protecting Patrick Mahomes, and he's also a really good run blocker as well. JPJ is one of the most polished center prospects I have ever seen. I think he is going to be a superstar in the NFL draft. His size, his athleticism, and his quickness all translate really well to the NFL. I see a lot of similarities in his game that I see with Creed Humphrey. Jackson Powers Johnson is a bulldozer. He is powerful, and he can lay the wood. In the second level. I love what he can bring to the table, and I ultimately believe he will be a first-round pick in the 2024 NFL Draft.